Kyyte proudly presents Intake Management, leveraging SAP Business Technology Platform to orchestrate sourcing and procurement processes. Our centralized interface allows stakeholders to seamlessly request, approve, and collaborate on procurement. We start with the Intake Dashboard, which is a single interface for all procurement needs. Users can use the search bar by inputting their request to be directed to the right channel. There are tiles for commonly used procurement needs, such as purchase request, supplier request, book travel, and request for temp workers. Recent submitted request is also displayed, along with the summary status of each request to quickly show what step the request is currently in and the estimate time for completion. Now let's look at the steps of a hard hat request submission by a user. The user is able to enter the item they are looking for, need by date, and quantity required. Based on the item requested, additional details are displayed to narrow down the specific type of item. On selection of item, the recommendation are displayed. In this case, the item requested is not a catalog item. However, it is available in the public marketplace. It provides the average processing time and a detailed approval process of internal approval for the purchase, vendor onboarding timeline, sourcing and negotiation timeline, and creation of PO. There is also an option to receive the item faster for a different specification of the helmet. If acceptable to the users, it reduces the processing time, as the vendor is already onboarded, qualified, and preferred vendor. The approval process flow has lesser number of steps. The user chooses, they can submit the request for approval and processing. We are now able to see the recently submitted request in the Intake Dashboard. On clicking on the request, it provides a snapshot of the details of the item, approval process, and status in a single consolidated view. Now, let's look at the steps of submitting a clinical request. User enters the information pre-built on the clinical request form. They answer question related to this request. The form can be configured to match specific customer requirements. Based on the input, the system identifies the best supplier that matches the input provided in this request, provides processing details, supplier information, and approval steps. After submission of the request, the users can navigate to the Intake Dashboard to check on the status of their requests. In the clinical request, in one single view, you are able to view the entire details of the request. In another example, you are able to see the details. And on clicking on Vendor Onboarding Details, you are also able to see the sub-process step details and current status. This is very powerful, as this provides the users all the information in the Intake Dashboard, irrespective of where the approval takes place in the connecting systems. Now let's take a quick look at the approval process, which uses the Task Center. Using SAP Build Process Automation, the approver can see all the information in one view. They can also use the contact info to chat with the requester using Teams if they have any questions. Ariba integration. The user is able to directly access Ariba via the Intake Dashboard by clicking on the details and Show PR, which displays the purchase requisition in Ariba for which an PO has been issued. Field glass integration. The user is able to navigate to view the SOW details in field glass from the intake dashboard. This concludes the demo of intake management. Thanks for watching.